This is not a story about heroes or kings. It's a story about a lazy boy who wasted time until life taught him how precious time really is. What he learned might surprise you. Once upon a time, in a small village by the sea, there lived a boy named Ryan. He was full of dreams but very lazy. His father, Mr. Sam, was a hardworking farmer. He owned only a small piece of land and a few cattle. Their life wasn't luxurious, but it was peaceful, simple, and good. Each day, his father would remind him, Ryan, time is the greatest treasure. One day you will understand. Wasting even a minute can cost you a lifetime. But Ryan never listened. He would sleep late, wander aimlessly throughout the village, and leave his work unfinished. One day, things changed. His father fell ill. Ryan, he said weakly, take care of the cattle today. Keep them close. They're all we have left. Ryan agreed, but half-heartedly. He took the cattle to the meadow, but as always lazily, he fell asleep under a tree, dreaming away the precious hours. When he woke up, the cattle were gone. Some had wandered deep into the woods. Others, he heard later, had been stolen by the thieves. When he returned home with nothing, his father said nothing at all. That silence hurt more than any words. From that day, life became harder. Without the cattle, there was no milk to sell, no money for medicine. His father's health worsened. The house grew quieter, meals became fewer. One cold evening, when things felt hopeless, his father called him closer. From beneath his pillow, he pulled out a small old silver coin. This is your last coin, Ryan. It was given to me by your grandfather. When the time truly matters, use this coin. It will guide you. Ryan took the coin, but he didn't understand anything. That same night, Ryan heard a sound outside his house. A tiny, shivering stray puppy stood at the door. Remembering his father's kindness, Ryan brought that puppy inside. Though they had little food, he shared it. He gave it warmth and small act, but it changed something in Ryan. Days passed. The puppy was full of energy and loyalty, followed Ryan everywhere. And slowly, Ryan began to change. He cared for the puppy, fed it on time, walked daily, trained with patience. The boy who had wasted so much time was learning responsibility now. Then, one day, a disaster struck. A fire broke out in the village market. People panicked. In the chaos, a small child was trapped inside. People gathered, frozen with fear. Without thinking, Ryan's puppy dashed into the flames, and Ryan, without a moment's hesitation, he chased after it. Through smoke, through fear, his heart was pounding. He wrapped the child in a cloth and carried her through the flames to the safety land. For the first time, Ryan had done something truly brave. The villagers were stunned. Among them, the child's father, a wealthy merchant, rushed forward in tears. You saved my daughter's life. How can I ever repay you? Ryan simply smiled. No need. I just did what I was right. But the merchant insisted. From his coat, he pulled out a golden ticket. This is an invitation to the king's grand challenge. Only those with a pass may enter. I was saving it for someone worthy. Today, you have proven you are. Ryan accepted it with joy. The king's competition offered wealth, land, and a future beyond Ryan's dream. Perfect, Ryan thought. One smart win can change my life forever. The day came. The challenges began. The first test is to cross the wild river. Many people jumped straight into the river, struggling, wasting their strength. But Ryan noticed. He noticed a broken bamboo poles nearby. Quickly he tied them into a raft, floated calmly across, and reached first. Second test is to push a heavy wooden block for 1 kilometer. Others picked tools. Ryan picked a knife. He carved the block into a round shape and rolled it like a wheel. While others sweated and strained, Ryan finished it first. The third test is a giant sand clock. Contestants were told only this: flip the sand clock when it runs out. Many waited lazily. Some fell asleep. Ryan watched carefully with patience. As the last rain fell, he flipped it just in time. Suddenly a gate opened. A scroll read, "Time waits for no one. Respect every second." The final challenge, the chain of value. The wise king smiled. "Here is your final challenge. Before sunset, bring me something that cannot be bought with gold." Ryan thought carefully, then sets out. Ryan entered into the village. Ryan met a tired old potter at a well. The water was dirty. The potter was thirsty, but he had no coins to buy any clean water. Now Ryan was left with the only silver coin that his father gave him. His father's voice echoed, to use it at the right time of his life. And so Ryan offered his last coin and bought the potter a jug of clean water. Grateful, the potter smiled and gave Ryan a beautiful glass flower pot in return. It's not worth much, but it's useful. Ryan smiled. Ryan started walking with the flower pot. On his way, he found a gardener. She is upset because her best plant had no proper display pot for the village festival. Ryan offered her the flower pot. The gardener was so happy. She's overjoyed, and so she exchanged it for a beautiful bouquet of rare flowers. She said that these flowers are cherished by the queen's maid. She's been searching for them. Ryan happily accepted the flowers and walked into the palace now. At the palace garden, Ryan gifted the rare flowers to the queen's maid. She was delighted. "You have saved me embarrassment before the queen. In return, I give you something even rarer, a moment of time and a secret." She whispered, "The king's riddle. The answer is time. That is what no gold can buy." Ryan was so happy now, and he returned to the king with empty hands. But his heart was full. The king asked, "What did you bring me that no gold can buy?" Ryan smiled. "I bring you time, not bought with gold, but earned through kindness, trade, and patience." The king laughed joyfully. "Indeed, you have learned what this coin was meant to teach. Every small thing wisely used becomes something greater, and time, in the end, is the greatest treasure of all." And so, the king, impressed by Ryan's wisdom and courage, rewarded him with gold, land, and honor. Ryan didn't waste a single moment. The very next day, he returned to a small village. He rebuilt his father's farm, stronger, bigger, and more beautiful than ever. He bought healthy cattle, planted fresh crops, and gave his father the life of peace and comfort he had always deserved. Ryan was no longer the lazy boy who wasted time. He had learned the value of hard work, kindness, and time. And from that day on, people no longer called him lazy. They called him wise, responsible, and a son who brought pride to his father's heart. You see, life doesn't change in one big moment. It changes in the little choices we make every day, how we spend our time, how we treat others, and how we value what we have been given. Even something as small as a single coin or a simple act of kindness can create a chain of blessings. Time is the most precious treasure we have. Use it wisely, and life will reward you in ways you never imagined. In the end, Ryan didn't just win a reward, he threw away his laziness for something far more important, for his father, for his family, and for his future. Sometimes we change not for ourselves, but for the people who believe in us, who wait silently, hoping we will wake up and rise.